You are listening to SDO Isabela Radio-Based Instruction.
Learning never stops in Math Eskwela, your school on air.
Your partner in achieving fun learning experiences. Let's listen, enjoy, and have fun in learning mathematics. Stay tuned.
Hello, my dear grade 10 learners. This is your school on the air for mathematics. I am very excited to be with you again through this radio. I am Labial Upam Jr., your teacher on air. Before we start, be sure that you are in a comfortable place so that you can listen clearly and attentively. Just a reminder, you can have with you your drinking water. Water makes you active and smart. Let me know if you are now in your post. Okay, that's great. At this point, my dear learners, I want you to get your learning kits for you to follow the topic to be discussed today. Well, go and get it now. In the last episode, we discussed problem solving involving sequence. These are the things that you need to remember about our last discussion. The sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence is given by S sub n equals to n multiplied to the quantity of a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2, where a sub 1 is the first term and a sub n is the nth term of the sequence. Alternately, the equation may also be written as follows. S sub n equals to n multiplied to the quantity of 2a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 d over 2. While the sum of the first n terms of a geometric sequence is given by the following formula. S sub n is equal to a sub 1 multiplied to 1 minus r raised to nth power over 1 minus r, where a sub 1 is the first term and r is the common ratio. And the sum of S of an infinite geometric series is given by S sub n is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r, where a sub 1 is the first term and r is the common ratio. I am glad that you can still remember our last lesson. Indeed, you listened well and attentively with our last discussion. Continue listening to our school on the air in Mathematics 10. Get ready, for we are about to start our discussion. After listening through this episode, you are expected to explain the concept of division polynomial, perform long division and synthetic division on polynomial, and appreciate division of polynomials to justify how useful the polynomials are in dealing with the real-life problems. Prepare your learning kits, your note, and your pen. Get ready to explore our new lesson. Grade 10 learners, are you ready? I know you are. Are you in a comfortable place now? Well, that's great. Some real-life situations require the application of polynomials. Just like an engineer, they can use polynomials to create building plans, and entrepreneurs can use polynomials to design cost-effective products. Are you excited to know more about this? After going through our lesson today, you are expected to simplify the division of polynomials using long division and synthetic division. In your previous levels, you have learned the concept of dividing polynomials, same as dividing real numbers. Say we have 23 divided by 5 is equal to 4 and 3/5, where 23 is the dividend and 5 is the divisor, while the quotient is 4 and 3/5, with 3/5 being the remainder. But how about the division of polynomials? Let's find out through our discussion. So now, what do you think are the ways on solving division of polynomials? We have two, the long division and the synthetic division. But we will discuss first solving division of polynomials using long division. So, what are the steps on solving division of polynomials by long division? Here are the steps to be followed. Step 1. Make sure the polynomial is written in descending order. If any terms are missing, use a 0 to fill in the missing term. This will help with the spacing. Step 2. Divide the term with the highest power inside the division symbol by the term with the highest power outside the division symbol. Step 3. Multiply or distribute the answer obtained in the previous step by the polynomial in front of the division symbol. Step 4. Subtract and bring down the next term. Step 5. Repeat steps 2, 3, and 4 until there are no more terms to bring down. And step 6. Write the final answer. The term remaining after the last subtract step is the remainder and must be written as a fraction in the final answer. Let's study some examples then. For this, we are going to divide x raised to 3 minus 2x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 1 to x plus 1. Divide the first term to the dividend x raised to 3 by the first term of the divisor x and write the answer x raised to 2 directly above the term of the dividend with the corresponding variable part. What we are going to do next is to multiply this quotient x squared to the entire divisor x plus 1. This gives a product of x cubed plus x squared. Write this product under the dividend such that each term is directly under the corresponding term contains the same variable part. Next step, subtract the product from the dividend. This gives the difference of negative 3x squared. Let's continue. Bring down the next term from the dividend, 3x. This will form the expression negative 3x squared plus 3x. This time, we just have to repeat the process until all the terms in the dividend are used up. Stop when the degree of the dividend is less than the degree of the divisor. After applying all the steps, we will arrive to our final answer, x squared minus 3x plus 6. Would you like to try another one? Alright, get the quotient of x cubed minus 4x squared plus 2x minus 3 divided by x plus 2. We will just apply the same process as what we did in the first example. Make sure the polynomial is written in descending order. If any terms are missing, use a 0 to fill in the missing term. This will help you with the spacing. In this case, the problem is ready as is. Next, divide the term with the highest power inside the division symbol by the term with the highest power outside the division symbol. In this case, we have x cubed divided by x, which is x squared. Then multiply or distribute the answer obtained in the previous step by the polynomial in front of the division symbol. In this case, we need to multiply x squared and x plus 2. We will then subtract and bring down the next term. Thus, will give us the quantity of negative x squared plus 2x. Now, divide the term with the highest power inside the division symbol by the term with the highest power outside the division symbol. In this case, we have negative x squared divided by x, which is negative 6x. Multiply or distribute the answer obtained in the previous step by the polynomial in front of the division symbol. In this case, we need to multiply negative 6x and x plus 2. Then subtract and bring down the next term. That will give us 14x minus 3. Again, divide the term with the highest power inside the division symbol by the term with the highest power outside the division symbol. In this case, we have 14x divided by x, which is positive 14. Just like the previous steps, multiply or distribute the answer obtained in the previous step by the polynomial in front of the division symbol. In this case, we need to multiply 14 and x plus 2. That will give us 14x plus 2. Again, we need to subtract. There, we will get negative 31. And notice there are no more terms to bring down. Lastly, write the final answer. The term remaining after the last subtract step is the remainder and must be written as a fraction in the final answer. And that remainder is negative 31 over x plus 2. Therefore, we write our final answer as x squared minus 6x plus 14 minus 31 over x plus 2. Did you follow the steps, class? Great! Just remember to follow the steps of long division to get the right answer. Up for more, class? Well, we are not done yet. This time, we are going to discuss another way of solving division of polynomials. Yes, we are going to discuss the synthetic division. Synthetic division is a shorter procedure when a polynomial is to be divided by a binomial of the form x minus r. In this method, we write only the coefficients. We will tackle the important concepts and steps that you must learn in solving division of polynomials using synthetic division. The step includes Step 1. To set up the problem. First, set the denominator equal to 0 to find the number to put in the division box. Next, make sure the numerator is written in descending order. And if any terms are missing, you must use a 0 to fill in the missing term. Finally, list only the coefficient in the division problem. Step 2. Once the problem is set up correctly, bring the leading coefficient or the first number straight down. Step 3. Multiply the number in the division box with the number you brought down. Step 3. Multiply the number in the division box with the number you brought down and put the result in the next column. Step 4. Add the two numbers together and write the result in the bottom of the row. Step 5. Repeat steps 3 and 4 until you reach the end of the problem. And lastly, write the final answer. The final answer is made up of the numbers in the bottom row with the last number being the remainder, and the remainder must be written as a fraction. The variables or x's start of 1 power less than the original denominator and go down 1 with each term. Let's apply those different steps by this example. We are going to get the quotient of 6x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 4 divided by x minus 2. Arrange the coefficients of p sub x in descending powers of x, placing zeros for the missing terms. The leading coefficient of p sub x becomes the first entry of the third row. Place the value of r in the upper left corner. In this example, x minus r is equal to x minus 2 or equal to x minus the quantity of positive 2. So r is equal to 2. And bring down the first coefficient of the dividend, that is 6, in the third row. Now, we are going to multiply the value of 2 and write the product 12 in the second row under the second coefficient of the dividend, that is 3. Add 3 and 12 and write the sum, which is 15, in the third row right after 6. Finally, multiply 15 and 2 and write the product 30 in the second row right after 12. Then repeat the process until you reach the last number in the third row, thus giving us coefficients 6, 15, 28, and 60. Therefore, the coefficient we are looking for is 6x squared plus 15x plus 28 plus 60 over x minus 2. Did you get it, class? Awesome! Remember that synthetic division is a shorter procedure when a polynomial is to be divided by a binomial of the form x minus r. That ends our discussion today. I'm glad that you made it through until the end of our topic. I'm sure that you learned a lot today. This time, let's have a recap of our lesson. So what is our discussion all about? Yes, our discussion is about the division of polynomials. What are the different ways on how to solve division of polynomials, class? Right! The long division and synthetic division. Long division is a method used for dividing large numbers into groups or parts. Long division helps in breaking the division problem into a sequence of easier steps. Just like all division problems, a large number, which is the dividend, is divided by another number, which is called the divisor, to give a result called the quotient, and sometimes with remainders. While synthetic division is a shorter procedure when polynomial is to be divided by a binomial or the form x minus r. In this method, we write only the coefficients. Class, don't forget to remember those concepts. Now that we are through on our discussion, it's time for us to test what we learned and understood about the topic. Now that we are through on our discussion, it's time for us to test what we learned and understood about the topic. Get your quiz form in your kit. Fill in all the needed details, your name, section, and the date today. Don't forget also to write the lesson number of today's quiz. Relax, dear learners. Feel free to answer the questions given. We have only 5. You can do this. In a while, we will start our quiz. Are you ready for the quiz? Well, that's great. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. It is a shorter procedure when a polynomial is to be divided by a binomial on the form x minus r. It is a shorter procedure when a polynomial is to be divided by the form x minus r. A. Long division. B. Synthetic division. C. Divisor. Or D. Dividend. Number 2. It is a method used for dividing large numbers into groups or parts. It is a method used for dividing large numbers into groups or parts. A. Quotient. B. Synthetic division. C. Long division. Or D. Remainder. Number 3. What is the quotient when x squared minus 4 is divided by x plus 2? I repeat, what is the quotient when x squared minus 4 is divided by x plus 2? A. Negative x minus 2. B. X minus 2. C. X plus 4. Or D. X minus 4. Number 4. The following are the examples of polynomials except A. X squared plus x minus 2. Letter B. X raised to 4 minus 3x squared plus 4x raised to 3 minus 3. Letter C. X cubed minus y squared. Or letter D. 2x cubed minus 3x minus 2. For the last item, number 5, which of the following polynomials is exactly divisible by 2x plus 1? A. 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. B. X squared minus 5x minus 3. C. 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. Or D. X squared plus 5x minus 3. Time's up. Quiz ends. Have you answered them all? Very good. Okay, class, are you ready to find out what are the correct answers? I know that you are all excited. Let's see how many points you got. For number 1, what is the correct answer? Very good. The answer is B. For number 2, all right, it's C. How about number 3? That's it. It's letter B. Let's proceed to number 4. Your answer is? The answer is C. How about for our last item? Okay, A is the correct answer. And those are the answers for your quiz. Congratulations, everyone! I know that you get a high score. Keep it up, class. Yes, so we are done with our lesson. And for you to master it, try and get motivated to do additional activities. Don't forget to remind your parents to submit your activity sheets and learning kits on the scheduled time to a designated area in your purok or barangay. It's important that your teacher will be able to evaluate your work. Is that clear? Very good. Just feel free to ask questions to your teachers. You can reach them through text message or you can send them private message or always hang on in your group chats. Remember, your radio teacher waits for text messages regarding the lessons discussed. Send this to the number written in your kit. Be sure to keep tuned in on the School on Air in Grade 10 Mathematics. This has been your radio teacher, Labi Linda Upam, and always remember, aim high and study hard for a better future. Till next time. Before we end this episode, we would like to acknowledge the script writer Jeremy Tamayo Hilbaliga for his continuous dedication and unparalleled service for our learners. We would like also to thank the RBI production team and the whole SDO Isabela for their support and for making this production possible. Again, thank you very much.
You are listening to SDO Isabela Radio-Based Instruction.
Learning never stops in Math Eskwela, your school on air.
Your partner in achieving fun learning experiences. Let's listen, enjoy, and have fun in learning mathematics. Stay tuned.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Gustong pagkain ang ating ihain, ang junk food ay iwasan, ng isip ay magkalaman, kumain ng gulay, nang di ka man lupaypay, uminom rin ng gatas, at nang ikaw ay lumakas, la 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 la. Kumain ng sagana, at nang ikaw ay sumigla, kumain ng wasto para isip ay maging listo. Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito. Ilang buwan nang lumipas, 1,000 oras nakalipas, akala ay natutulog, walang ginagawa sa sulok, mga bata ay excited, kaya modalities ay implemented, para proper education ay mag-get sa SDO Isabela. Walang batang maiiwan, we will learn as one, 'cause in education there is fun. Ang SDO Isabela ay handang-handa na sa edukasyon sa bagong normal. Handang isip, handa bukas. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito. Gusto ko nang mag-aral, gusto ko nang bumalik sa paaralan. Ngunit paano ang gagawin kung may virus pa rin? Manatili sa inyong tahanan, wag na wag pairalin ang sariling karunungan. Magtiwala sa batas ng inyong bansa at nang ikaw ay hindi nawawala. Gusto ko nang lumabas, pero ay bawal pala ikaw lumabas. Bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas. Manatili sa iyong tahanan para ikaw ay ligtas. Ang kagawaran ng edukasyon ay naghahanda na para sa ligtas na pagbubukas ng klase. Mga mag-aaral, kahit nasa tahanan lamang, ang edukasyon ay maihahatid ng may kaligtasan. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at sa himpilang ito.
Taho kayo dyan! Di makatulog sa gabi sa kaiisip, damdamin ko'y mayroong lungkot hanggang sa panaginip. Oh, Berto, di ka ba nakatulog kagabi? Hindi nga ho, Kuya Pekto. Dala ho siguro ng lungkot ng pag-iisa dito sa bahay. Di ho kasi makalabas dahil sa COVID-19. Ay. Berto, may 3 bagay na dapat kang tandaan para maiwasan ng lungkot sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Una, alamin ang dahilan ng iyong kalungkutan. Pangalawa, maaaring ipabatid ang iyong nararanasan sa mga taong malalapit sa iyo. Nariyan ang internet para makausap mo sila. At ang pangatlo, ilaan mo ang iyong oras sa mga bagay na ikaw ay magiging abala. Hindi lang pisikal na kalusugan ang mahalaga, Perto, pati pang kaisipan rin. Tatandaan ko yan, Kuya Pekto. Maraming salamat sa payo.
Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.